This is Volothan Modulus Tautology, aka Chucky Biblical, aka we'll get on to all my different aliases. You know what I mean? I'm the third. C4, that's my seed. C Junior, that's my pops. C Senior, rest in peace to the great one, right? So yeah, we talking about lineages over here. That's what we talking about. But y'all know how I do. I come on here, I play a little quick video game for you. You know what I mean? I'm solo, so I'm gonna play a little bit of Zelda and try to explain the game and you know what I mean? As much as I can be. I want my son wants me to be more like Zach Scott, and I ain't got a problem with it. Zach Scott's a real cool dude. I gotta check to see how many subscribers Zach Scott got. It's gonna take me a while to catch him, but I'm trying to do at least 1,000 videos. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit it by the end of the year. That means I gotta make a lot of videos because I'm only like three. I'm close to 400. If I do more like real type shorter ones and like only do these for 30 minutes, that'll help, right? So let me click on it real quick. Let me see here. See how we do here, right? So the game that I'm gonna play a little bit of today for you. It'll be playing it in the background. See, I'm playing on my Wii U. Today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff too, right? Today's episode, I want to start giving my episodes, not episodes, programs. I'm a programmer, but the AI, artificial intelligence, is so messed up. I have to first deprogram all the garbage that they put in there, and then I can reprogram, or what we programmers, like, we don't like calling ourselves programmers, ER, because ER is a derogatory suffix, because of ignorance, yada yada. We'll get into that later on too. But I already explained it. Check one of my older videos. I explained why ER is a derogatory suffix. We like to call ourselves coders, coding. We like to call it codings, you know. So we like coders with an A, right? Or programmer with an A instead of ER. That's the hip hop way. That's what, you know what I mean. That's what a teacher with an A is. It's not ER because that's derogatory. Because of the, Christian faith, whether or not you want to, you know what I mean, our Lord and Savior. He's the only teacher with an ER. All the rest of y'all are a bunch of frauds. But I'm not here to, right? I'm not here to upset you with words. You see, words aren't supposed to be the detriment of you. Like, that's why I be like, hate is weak, love is strong. Let me get this started. Here we go. Right? Because, see, I'm about to get real philosophical, because this game we're talking about the TriStar, and the three aspects of the TriStar is courage, which I say is red, the color red. I associate, but in hip hop we trying to associate red with being with courage. That's color theory, but we'll deal with that at another time. Wisdom. That's what Zelda actually represents. She represents the wisdom. She's the love interest. The wisdom is love, right? And Ganon is power. He gets corrupted. So, classic game right here. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Is it the best Zelda? It's debatable. Like, I never played the HD remix, so this is the original Wii version. So the graphics are a little choppy, and people want to complain, and it's old hardware, so it gets criticized for that. I'm going to play some. Don't worry. But I have to finish off with where I'm starting with the title of this episode, because I do want to get into the habit of sharing side video too of the black media, because we have to come together and really rebuild this network, this black network. Some people want to claim that they're the black network. That's your Barack Obama, your what's his name, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, and I think that's it. Those are the main three. I think we dealt with because they drew first blood. Those are the three that drew first blood against our community. Yes, they do have side knuckleheads like Jamal Bryant, Jesse Jackson, but Jesse Jackson is right. We complained about Jesse back in the 80s and 90s. Hip hop attacked him with a song by Karis One and Channel Live called Free Mumia. Go check it out. Now, I'm not going to share that today because then people get upset like you shouldn't be, Africans shouldn't be fighting African Americans, and it's like that therein is the contradiction that I've been trying to explain to y'all through the longest time. It's love or parentheses love and hate. That's a contradiction. So I just choose love. Why would I want to choose love and hate? Yes, I might go, hey, dig my brother right there. He's a knucklehead, right? That's my brother, right? I've been teasing him since I was 4 and he was 2, right? I was, mommy, feed me, you know what I'm saying? Well, don't forget about him. He's a knucklehead, right? That's what brothers do, and we grew up together. And we're working on some things. I can't wait to get back in the studio with him. I'm going to spit them bars and I'm going to come with the tautological epistemology that's going to change everyone's Western psychological ideologies. Because y'all going to be like, wait a minute, am I the? Yes, you're the fill in the blank. There it is. So this is a great game. It's showing you all right there what's going on. I can't wait to get into it. I am playing Breath of the Wild more, so I'm just doing this really to say, hey, these are the games that I'm trying to line up for my son to play because he's just starting on Zelda. I tried to start him on the first Zelda? Zelda, the Wind Waker. So we're trying to play Wind Waker together. Like I'll play a little bit, then let him play a little bit, and then I'll play a little bit with my character to make sure that I know where to go and help him sometimes because we're going to a dungeon and it's like you get tempted to go, let me Google or ask Siri the answer to that question. I also want to get in the habit of sharing music. Now, my last episode, I got copyright claim because of Kendrick Lamar. I thought it was because I shared a little bit of Akil Parker, and shout out to Akil Parker. I mean, I just grabbed 5 minutes. He had a 5-minute video where he was explaining some addition techniques for younger 6-year-olds, elementary school kids. That's where his focus is, and he uses Black history. He calls it histomatics to help the children understand. Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Carter G. Woodson, W.E.B. Du Bois, the list goes on, and Marcus Garvey. The list goes on, right? Because once you start, it's like I'm already at number 5, see? And then you got 6, 7, 8, 9. The kids, they're young. One elder superhero, I like to call them superheroes now, right? At a time. So he was talking about not Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, and his 3 books, and he's explaining the years that he wrote those books and what those books mean, and I love Akil for doing that. I did a similar thing with my son, where he had to teach the teacher day, and so he came up with the concept of because we would have little talks about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Kwame Ture. Because I see those 3 as the 3 elders of Black hip-hop culture, right? Now it's people going, what about white hip-hop culture? It's like, I ain't got a problem with it, but every time I go Medgar Evers, and then y'all go, well, he's not white. And it's like, well, wait a minute, let me finish, because he was a part of the NAACP. We'll get into that, which started with W. Du Bois, which used to be a nationalism. Like, it's like, I got to go back to really explain the history, all the way back to 1909, in order to catch back up to, I forget what year he got assassinated. It might have been 59, no, whatever. But then JFK got murdered right after that. And then Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, and Fred Hampton. And that list of our martyrs, I ain't got a problem calling them martyrs. I'm not saying that they're greater than the Lord, Yeshua, Jesus, whatever name you want to call the Black Messiah. People get upset when I call him Black Messiah, but I'm saying eternal. When I use the color black, I see it as more as eternal. If I say brown Messiah, I'm saying that he is my strength. If I say red Messiah, I'm saying that I have courage to believe in what the Messiah, our Lord, taught us. I'm not saying that those men that I said are martyrs for hip hop are the Messiah. All right, so I gotta explain that, because people go, you're a religion, you're about division, you're about no. Hip hop is a cultural theology. We study what it means to be God. Uppercase or lowercase, whatever aspect you want to believe, right? So, when I'm dealing with capital G-O-D, I'm dealing with one, right? That should already be understood. I'm not talking about no man on earth. You know what I mean? Unless he chooses to be a man on earth right now. You know what I mean? Because with him, all things are possible. So, yeah, I had to get into a little sermon real quick. This episode is the beginner's or purpose symbolic instruction code of conduct. That's basic code of conduct. How should a Christian act? How should a Muslim act? How should a Taoist act? That's a part of the theology. It's business because God said these are the laws. Love God, respect Lord, seek wisdom, Sabbath day, fatherhood, mother, right? Live life. We already started talking about these things. But when somebody goes, no, it's not live life, it's you should not kill, like they, the Messiah, trust me, you're going to get judged. As I sip my tea. So who I'm sharing today, I'm going to share the main one that they attacked, the Black Authority. His name is Jason Black, and he's going to share just a little bit of business etiquette and why Roland Martin was the one that gave the list and put him fifth. He started off with not Tariq Nasheed. He put Tariq second and put I forget her name right now. I'm so sorry, dude. And she's one of my favorites. It'll hit me. I found my list. I got it listed around here because I've been trying to write my list. This is who Barack Obama, him, Roland Martin, and Al Sharpton, they attacked us, foundational Black Americans, right? 1526. Now we're getting to the dates and everything at another time. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to play a little game, show y'all this game. I'm gonna play the video. If I got any more time left, I'm going to just finish the game or as much as I can play, just to show y'all a little bit of the intro, and then have a wonderful day. And I hope y'all do the same. if y'all stayed long enough to understand all that I had to compact into one little, all right, let me share this video. Pay attention. Pay attention to what Jason is teaching in order to understand why victimhood exists. Okay? So, give me one moment. In 3, let me pause my thing. Now I can sip my tea. It's only a 5-7 minute video. I think I've gave y'all enough time already. 15 minutes, so it's perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'll be right back. 1.
What you're about to witness here is a crime. But the crime is not really being committed by the assailant, Sha'Carri Richardson. The crime is being committed by the society. This is video from Sha'Carri Richardson at Tacoma International Airport, and that is her boyfriend that you see her assaulting. Now, if you saw a man doing your sister like you see her doing here, you'd be ready to fight. You'd be ready to get physical. If you saw a man doing your sister like this, well, you have this violent female who this fella is obviously, he's not doing anything. And she is continuing to do this in public because, well, she figures that's safest. It's safest to assault him there because, oh, look at all the witnesses. If he defends himself, then I will scream. And that's the way that goes. All these people standing around didn't do anything to help. They didn't do anything to de-escalate. They didn't do anything at all. They sat there, they watched it, they witnessed it, and then they just went about their business. Where are the police who are usually super vigilant? Where are the police to do that? Where are they? Where are the folks who are usually very, very vigilant about these kinds of things? Where are they? Well, you don't see any of them. You don't see any of them at all. And this is the way that it goes. This is what happens to you under these circumstances. This is what it means to be a man today, and particularly a black man today. This is what it means. This is what it is. And I bring up tonight's program to ask a simple question here. What should be done about Sha'Carri Richardson? What should be done about her? Should she get the Ray Rice treatment? Should she get the Ray Rice treatment? Now, she's been arrested, but then again, it took them a while before they did that because this incident actually happened last month. What? So actually, it happened July 27th. So it took them a while to even do anything because they came, the police surrounded her, they asked what happened. She said, I didn't touch him. And I have a simple question. What should happen to Sha'Carri? In the chat room, folks talking about her boyfriend is a simp. And this is what I mean right here, that simple-minded thinking. We have to be more sophisticated than that. You see, I watched what happened to Ray Rice and a number of other men who the females around them got very handsy, very physical, spitting on them, and a number of other things. And it was not treated like this. Why, when those men defended themselves or did something that folks didn't like, why they were told that they were in the wrong. No questions asked, no strings attached. That is it. You're donezo. That was what they were told. That was all. So it begs a question here. It begs a question. Should Sha'Carri Richardson receive the Ray Rice treatment? Should Sha'Carri Richardson receive the Ray Rice treatment? We have some simple-minded males in here, but this is a teaching moment, which is why I'm doing tonight's program. Somebody's talking about pick better, Mr. Rice. This is how simple-minded males are today. So here at the Definitive School of Power Dynamics, let me remind you of a few things. That's a fallacy to say those kinds of things. You're talking as if the female that you are with or next to is one iota different. What? That's the fallacy. You're talking as if the issue is, well, he didn't pick good enough. Males out here fantasizing that there is some Shangri-La of ideal females and that if we would just go to the right place, pick the right ones, choose the right something. That's victim blaming. That's blaming the victim. And as males, you're in a society that has conditioned you to blame yourself. And here, even in this chat room, they are demonstrating the programming has taken from many of you. You're talking about the male is wrong. Well, that, sir, never occurs in female circles.
And deal with it, nigga.
In female circles, that doesn't happen. Females don't say she should have picked better. He was a goon. He was a pookie. If she's got 8 kids by 8 different dudes, they tell you that all the men are the problem. All 8 of those fellas. Why, they should have done different. Remember, there was a psycho chick called up just last week talking about, why is you men getting us women pregnant? Why is you men getting us women pregnant? This is a teaching moment now. Be respectful. We're not flaming anybody here. It's a teaching moment because there's a whole bunch of fellas here who hear it and they're not saying anything. And I want you to understand this is a teaching moment. A lot of folks here don't understand it's time to update their files.
Join me and I will complete your training.
We're updating your files for you. Updating your files starting with the attitudes. Because the simple fact of the matter is that most males have that attitude. Most males have the attitude of blame themselves first and don't even realize that that's what they're doing. They don't even realize that, by the way, you're doing like the society. You're blaming yourself first. So that's why it's essential to have this kind of conversation so that we can discuss that. Give them an opportunity to update their files adequately. I want to expose to you what the fallacies are here and provide you with the 720 degrees of analysis you receive absolutely nowhere else, as well as to give you the corrected philosophy and ideology you should carry going forward. It is not enough for you to just appeal to your emotions and say, yeah, us men have been getting beat up on for years and decades, and it's about time that we push back. You are not being logical or mature when you respond that way. You have to be completely stoic about it, whether it makes people comfortable or not. It's not about get back, and it's not about that. Let me explain to you what's really wrong here. Let me explain to you what is really wrong so that you can understand it. And I want to put this in its proper context.
There it is, right? There it is. Let me get back to my video here, right? How much time I got left? All right, I got 5 minutes. All right, I got 5 minutes, and we can unwrap that. We can unwrap all of that, and you know, I ran out of time that fast. But it's a nice long video that he shared, that he created. I'm gonna put a link in the description area. It's a 3-hour video, and I mean, he breaks it down. Let me get the golf clap. Golf clap. Let me turn my volume back up on here too, so that give me a little more so much going on and trying to engineer all this at the same time, you know? Just making sure my voice come out so clear. So, yeah, like I was saying, he really breaks it down. It took him 3 hours, so I can imagine. I only listened to maybe I ain't even listened to a whole hour yet, but the way he started it off, it was, yes, Jason, you are 100 on this one, because that's business 101. When I'm the manager of a store, and my it's anything that I do, and the employees can just I'm calling human resource, right? And it can be he raised his voice at me, like you know what I mean. You're not going to survive in a society that was DEI as a black man. The amount of discrimination that I was receiving was like 100 times, right? Even though we tried to come to a compromise, whether it's doing the schedule, whether it's you know what I mean, and then when I affirm that no, this is the policy, this is what we need to do, I'm going to go over your head. Now, if that person, the human resource, is like, you know what I mean, is the anti-black racist or whatever terminology y'all want to say is the discrimination. I'm saying it's because of my heritage. I'm a foundational black American, and we have been going through desegregation, right? And it's like, well, desegregation is supposed to be good, no, but we are the main victims of desegregation. I had to repeat that again. Foundational black Americans is the number one, the uno. We are the number one victim of segregation. So we are the number one victim of desegregation. We're victims. Hold on, that's my lead into this right here. Let me start that too. Okay, that's good enough. All right, cool, whatever. I'm trying to play some game. Here we go.
You like what?
Like what?
I like girls with that light complexion.
I like girls that light complexion.
You're a moron.
You're a moron.
Can't help it. What, being a moron? Yeah, that too.
That too. I'm a moron.
First one out there with a
You know what I'm saying?
shitty talk.
So I might get copyright claim for sharing this. I'm trying to, but y'all, anybody that knows the album knows what this is right here, right? Hopefully I don't get too copyright claim for, because I did get copyright claim for that. But this is fair use because this has been a part of the culture for a while, right? I've been conditioned, right? But the name of the song is Brown Skin Lady, right? Right? Brown Skin Lady, right? How you doing, brown skin lady? Where you going? I like the way you look. I like the way you smile. I like the way you look. Right? But you have to pick better, right? You have to be better. And all black men are trying to do most of the time is, listen, I had a rough day at work. I'm glad everybody's home, right? I want to play a 2-minute video with my son. I want to teach my nephew mathematics. I want to listen to whatever story my niece says. I want to help my sister over here, right? And spend time with, right? That's not easy, yo. It's not easy at all. Especially if 99.999999999% of black women have the mentality that they don't have to be on code 24/7 because the program is messed up. Your program is messed up, right? So we have to deprogram you all this hate, right? Yes, it's cool. Like I shared the video. I thought it was cool because he called himself Black Trump, right? Nice biceps, cuz I see you. I know you curling, getting that in, right? I like the concept, right? You're making it political, but at the same time, you're making it straight hip hop. You're talking about love, 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 love. But you know, the problem is that hate, which is weak, exists. So as soon as I say, listen, you know what I mean? If I was there, man, you gonna go work on the bench press and, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tone up, you know what I mean, the pectorals, right? Suggesting, you know, bird chested, cuz, you know what I'm saying? When we was kids, it's like, oh, you got a big head. Oh, you whatever, right? Sticks and stones break bones. Words shouldn't hurt you, right? That's what's the book says, right? It's what comes out your mouth. It's not eating food. There's a difference between bread and money. That's a whole nother understanding philosophically. Y'all talking about breadwinners, like, nah, that's not money. That bread is the knowledge, right? But at the same time, right? It is material too. Wasn't that one of the temptations of Christ? Turn that stone into bread. Man can't live on bread alone. Y'all really gotta step y'all game up. That's game theory. Y'all really gotta step your game up. Tell me, do you ever feel a strange sadness as dusk falls? I'm gonna get back to more of the gameplay. Loving God, respecting the Lord. No disrespect, Mr. C. I love you, bro. Yo, keep doing those videos, yo. I'm gonna share one occasionally, all right? I'm make some more videos. I'm gonna add it to mine, you know what I mean? Maybe I can make another one that's dope for you, and you can add mine to yours and all that good stuff too, right? Yes, we are the victims. It's okay though, right? Who do I blame? I don't blame Donald Trump. And I don't blame Black Trump, right? The Black Trump, that's ill. Yo, the way you spelled black was dope, right? That's hip hop right there. Keep doing what you doing, yo. I love God. I have optimistic, what's my word? Empathy. I have optimistic empathy in you, Mr. C. That's who I'm voting for in 2028. The rest of y'all can get out of my face. This has been another real hip hop. Share, like, comment, right? If y'all really ready to start building something dope, ill, a real black media network, man, forget they whackness, right? They want to act like they sympathetic to your needs. Spit on the ground with Obama, you simp ass, right? You want to act like it's the LGBTQIA plus IPDF files. They the ones that need the help and the immigrants. Nah, dude. We was in line first, right? The real autochthones of this United States of America, whatever y'all want to call it, Sovietism or whatever, right? Whatever the government wants it to try to be, and try to take away our number one Bill of Rights. It's freedom of speech, yo. That's what makes America different. Y'all want to say, well, you better take the fifth. No. No, when you can spit that only God can judge me, I don't have to take the fifth. Love God, our Father all the time. Hip hop, life, love, one. That's God is love. Hip hop is life. Time. Keep it holy, yo. Money? I'd rather have a slice of bread. Right? That's nothing more than the fourth dimension. Money is nothing more than the fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. Because real economics is the art of making the most out of hip hop. And like I just told you, that's the life you live. 1. God is understood.